Ghislaine Maxwell, Mark Epstein, his brother, I guess, and Lind P. Jeffrey by himself, Jeffrey and Dana. It just says Dana. Said Dana White. I don't know. Okay. Jeffrey plus one female. Fucking hell. Pick up him. Abby plus one passenger plus one packages. Are those are packages? You think, or a person, or are they referring to them as such? Ghislaine Maxwell. Yeah, I can't tell if that's. And if anybody wants to know, or has any idea, there are hundreds of pages that's going on for several days. Yeah, no doubt. So we'll glance through some of this. Christine or Ghislaine Maxwell, Heather, a lot of single name girls on there, which is really fucking terrible. Hey, Kennedy. Heather, it's Gibson. Flying back. Jeffrey and his two aunts. Yeah, just on and on. Yeah, Anderson and Maxwell. The trick will be to find. I mean, I'm sure people are going through there and finding the ones where Trump flew. Bob Wendy, Wendy Limper, Christina. A lot of one name girls, which is really fun. There you go. Jeffrey Ghislaine. Yeah. Koppel, Steve Tuckerman, Judy Tuckerman. Judy Tuckerman flew back. Steve Tuckerman flew back by themselves. I guess. Abigail Koppel stayed with Ghislaine. Is that what it is? Jeffrey Ghislaine, James Murphy, one female. Motherfucker. How is that not just like the biggest, like, I gotta say, that's the part that's giving me the creeps from this. Ava Anderson is going to Montrose, Colorado, to Utah. There's the two of them flying all over the place, just him by himself. They're hollering, dead something for maintenance. Oh, dead again for maintenance. They're down. Ghislaine, one female, motherfucker. The question will also be on any of the ones where other people. Doug ? That's good. Nobody remembers who Doug was. Dinsdale. No passengers flying back there. A lot of Jeffrey and Ghislaine. Jem, I don't know what that one is. No passengers. No passengers. The truth is, are they always telling the truth? That's the other thing. But whatever. Bob Gold, back and forth. A lot of single like flights. Oh, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. First sign of Donald Trump. Aaron Nance and Donald Trump. There's Jeffrey and Donald Trump. There he is. There's another one. Where's that one too? This is that's Midway. So Palm Beach. Yeah. So they flew to Palm Beach from New York, or let's see. TEB. I don't know. It might be an executive airline. There you go. That's him, though. There it is. Donald Trump. It didn't take us long. And by the way, this one, they flew down with somebody, and they flew back together. The fuck? Miles flown. Okay, that's nuts. So, 100.5, is that it? Yeah, points of departure, identification marker is the same one. Yep. Jeffrey and Donald Trump. And that was, let's see, aircraft category, blah, blah, blah. This is the idea. Let's see. Miles flown is the date on? Yeah, so 1993, he flew down with him on the 23rd and came back on the 26th. It gave him a little round trip flight. Is that Palm Beach Island? I'm guessing. Teterboro, New Jersey. That makes sense. DEB for Teterboro. Yeah. John Steganos flew back and forth a bunch of times. There's Ghislaine. A bunch of this is back in again. Sophie, somebody. One female. This fucking man. I just Dawn DeVito. There's I can't. Is that a G? It looks like G Ren Nance, something Nance, but that person was on the flight. On down there, we're gonna have to do a bunch of Mr. Koppel. I don't know if that's Ted or the father of the girl that was there, or the husband of the woman that was there. Itzhak Perlman flew down and back with Dawn and Ghislaine and Jeffrey. Eva Anderson again. Itzhak Perlman flew back by himself, or flew someplace by himself, so he let him use the plane, that kind of shit. Okay. Ghislaine by herself. Mary Richards. Dawn, Ghislaine. This is a full flight. Jesus. Yeah, a lot of this, people are going to have to, well, again, not everybody that flew with him was going to be involved in like the sketchy shit, because he was using a lot of people as cover or what have you. Some of them most certainly were, but he was posing as somebody who, was an influencer, had money, gave it to causes, that kind of shit, and used other people as cover. So not everybody, I guess, who flew on the plane knew this up to a certain point. Once you get around the 2000s, though, well after most of the people, like 2005 especially, page 16. Okay, we were on 25. What'd I miss on 16? Hold on, because I think that's the first one we saw. Six is page 16. Eva Anderson, two aunts, Nancy, Ghislaine, no passengers, Linda. Which one? Oh, Trump again? Yeah. Mark Epstein is two aunts and Nancy, the was a family flight. Jeffrey and Tasha, whoever she was, him, no passengers, bullshit. Linda by herself, whoever her fucking name is. First name basis, whatever. So maybe this is the 16 you're talking about. Is this the one we were talking about? Oh, okay. Jeffrey and one male passenger, one male passenger. Yeah, that's right. Aaron Nance. Aaron Nance. So that we were, yeah. This gentleman, John Stepapinas, Tommy Quinn, Jeffrey Tommy Quinn, a congressman, Tom McMillan. Yeah, McMillan of New York. Yeah. Bob Gold. Yeah, this was the Trump. This was page 17 was where we saw Trump. Yeah. 310. Yep. And 311 in progress. That's so funny. That's 311. Jeffrey, sit down, Jeffrey. Is it interesting? It's not weird that Bill Cosby had the bit about Jeffrey being the guy on the plane, and sit down, Jeffrey. Everyone sit down. There was a kid on the plane, Jeffrey, and Jeffrey, sit down, Jeffrey. And that became the, no, that's like folding time, I suppose. I don't know that's whatever. Mark Epstein is the other one. And this is when they start using, there's Donald Trump again. He flew down. Let's see. Let's guess this is Teterboro, from Palm Beach to Teterboro. He caught a ride up on Epstein's plane, and then 413 he flew back down. No, I guess he flew back down on his own or something, and then he flew back up again. He just got on the flight to there. That's weird. Why are you going two times in the same direction? And okay, what did he do? Take a commercial flight back down? I don't think so. Yeah, right there. Donald Trump, right there. Again and again, from West Palm to New York. And then skip. I don't know if there's ever going to be a DJT in there, but I think because he's not a regular or a participant in it, I don't know if they'll shorthand it ever. A lot of this is hard to read. Jeffrey, there. Oh, now it's getting better. There you go. Mark Middleton, Jennifer Driver, Mark. I guess the same Mark Middleton, John Alessi. No relation to Carl. Trump, Marla, Tiffany, and Nanny, and Mark Middleton. Trump, Marla, Tiffany, and Nanny. They caught a ride up and down. Dude brought his baby girl. Yeah, he went from Palm Beach to DCA, and then from DCA to Teterboro. So he took Marla on the flight with her. Oy. Anything 215. I guess we can scroll past the later stuff, but a lot of people that were regulars, man. There's a lot of including Trump. Test flight. They had a vibration problem. Don't start. Francis Sardino. How am I doing on time? I'm a little late, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of us will scroll through a bunch of this shit, and I'm sure repositioned for a 9-month inspection, then they repositioned it again. Andy, whoever the fuck that is, Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey, and Andy, and Jim Morrison flew on the flight with him. Okay, Janice Keevy, Jeffrey's aunt, a lot of this shit. Jim Warden, this guy is flying with him a lot. George Mitchell and his wife, plus 2 passengers, 2 packages. 2 packages? Is that what we're doing with? I'm not familiar with this dude's shorthand. I don't know if it's that you would list 2 packages or 2 unnamed passengers, because they say 2 passengers in another place. Let's say recurrent training. JEAS, Shane Cagliari, Shannon Nishan, Boric, Ira Zimmerman, checkout flight. Oy. Yeah, it was from Cosby himself, right? Which was one of the later ones. Yeah, Jeffrey, one passenger, one package. It's a +1, right? Oy. David Roth, Mrs. Roth, not David Lee Roth, obviously, just David Roth, Mrs. Roth, Miss Roth, Richard Cohen, Ira Zuckerman, Matt Grippy, plus 5 passengers. Oy. Paula Epstein, a lot of family fun. Francis Goodman, Sophie Biddle. Sophie Biddle again. Sharon Reynolds, Jimmy, Miss Crying. Okay. Pamela Johanoff. Yeah. Ghislaine and them. Katerina somebody or other. No passengers. Recurrent transit. Blah, blah, blah. Inspections. Listing of the flights. Robin Plant. Not Robert. David Rothman. 1 male, 1 female. Fucking hell. Alan Dershowitz. There he is. Alan Dershowitz to and from CMH, TEB to Boston. It's on the, this is 96, right? Yeah, we're just rolling through this, guys. Hi, welcome to the show. It's House Sparks Mega Worldwide. This is breaking. This is just the stuff that's come out. Like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, support the show, I suppose, if you want to, or don't. I don't know. But there we go. A lot of this is difficult to read, but it's a lot of... Oh, there he is. There's Donald Trump again. Amongst another group of people. And Dershowitz, the next flight. Hold on, what's the date on this one? This is the 96. This is 1996. From, let's see, where's Trump? His PB. So Palm Beach to EWR, and then GWR. GWR to he took Dershowitz sample to TIX. Yeah. Yes, I would agree that they flew everywhere. It's not the city's fault. These fuckers went everywhere. Good lord. Claire Hazel, Pamela Selena Middle. There's a lot of these, like some of the recurring names are there. Some of them are Donna, Glenn. That's a stack of fucking people. Those are going to be the interesting ones. Okay, so that's more than likely a victim right there, or one of the two John Does that had their name redacted, right? Reposition today. Okay, Biddles again. Biddle. Selena Ginger's. Okay, fuck. Russ Kipps is always on there. They just tack that on at the end. Was that somebody an addendum? Winter operations, hydraulic check. Christy Rogers all by herself. Good Ava. Middle Garden. Okay, reposition again. Heather Mann, Jack Robertson, Steve and Judy Tuckerman. Koppel again, but not Ted. Didier, someone named Didier, I guess. Heather Mann again. Okay, Epstein and Emmy Taylor. One female. I got every time I see that, it fucking creeps me out. Jesus Christ. Annie Ellison, Doug Shodel, Melinda Luntz, Biddle, Bob Kitt, Chris Wagner, Rapid Communications, Chris Wagner, Class B, something or other. They have a radar scrutinized. Okay, so somebody was doing like a pilot thing. This is more than likely a pilot flying the plane around and checking it out. Like somebody from Cessna. Yeah, check out in Cessna. So they had an issue with it. So that was probably this guy was probably, yeah, Chris Wagner, 3 emergency landings, night record. Okay, so he had to, one of the pilots had to do training in it. Yeah. John Glenn. I didn't see John Glenn. I keep seeing the JE is Jeffrey Epstein. GM Glenn is not John Glenn, although maybe I scroll past it. Sorry. Chris Wagner. Yeah. So this guy's testing out the plane. Certification. Got on there. Yeah. Okay. So Christy Rogers, Patsy Rogers again. Claire Hazel and one female. No flat check. Robin Steven. There you go. Sure. Oh, here we'll get into the big one. Mandy Edelson. I have not seen. I'm sure. Would we have scrolled past when? I mean, it wasn't during the presidency, so I'm guessing. Yeah, here you go. Jonathan Mann, pre-flight, blah blah blah. Okay, this is a lot of steep turns. Okay, somebody's testing themselves out in the plane as well. Him by himself, no passengers. There you go, Melinda Luntz, TO and tow assistants, straight rides. Okay, so somebody's getting certified on that plane. They're either renting it from him or using it, or they're becoming his pilot and they have to go through the thing, or they've made some modifications. Unassigned tow. Larry Summers. Yeah. Gwendolyn Beck, Lynn Forrester, reposition for curfew. Biddle again, Sophie Biddle, Alan Dershowitz again. Francois was there. Fuck was Francois doing there? Mary Epstein, another family flight, looks like. Glenda and Alexa, Sophie Biddle, Alexis, Jean-Luc. Yikes. Anybody see Tex Airport? We saw one. Yeah. There was a TEX. Why? Anyone in particular that you were looking for? Yeah, this is years, absolutely. And I'm going to scroll ahead because my chat got really far behind, so in case I'm missing anything. Yes, underage people. Well, the Jane Does will be redacted. They're old enough now, and they could say, okay, because they're filing a lawsuit. They're not worried about being known. There's no shame in it. I mean, for Christ's sake, they were children. Even the ones that were coaxed into doing shit. I mean, they're again. That's that's why he used girls, underage girls. All girls are underage, but you know what I mean. Uh, yeah. First Clinton flight was 2002. Okay. I'm sure people are combing through this shit right now. Tiffany Gramza, Sophie Biddle again, plus one female. Tiffany Gramza, Shelley Lure. This is a little. Some of these are murky as shit. Approach to the surface. Insurance company fluid. Fuckers. Tiffany Gramza, Shelley. Solo flight. Yeah. Okay. Somebody was getting trained on the steep turns, stalls, all that shit you got to go through, right? Somebody was learning on this plane. I don't know if it was. It's not listing. I'm assuming it was. Maybe it was Ghislaine learning to fly it or some shit. Paula Epstein again. Shelley Lewis. Harrison. He's a Mr. Brown. Did they add these in afterwards? They're all parked over on the far right. Maybe they were. Is that how they put like adjunct flyers or some shit? I don't know. Camp card. Sophie Biddle again and one female. Full autos, no hydraulics. Okay, there's test flights again. All right, McGee. IFR. This is all them learning instrument flight rating. Somebody was getting their prep for their instrument flight rating on this thing. 3 and night takeoff. Yeah, this is all tests for doing this shit. Shelley Lewis, one female, one female, one female. They don't even bother to fucking list them. And little St. James. Do we know what the letters are? Where's this list? This is on Document Cloud. I'm sure it's posted someplace. Yep, it's probably a couple of clicks away from everyone right now. Peter Marino plus one female. Sharon Lewis. E.T. was flying along. That's so sad. You know, I had such respect for E.T. and then there he is. So sad. And he wanted to see the Northern Lights. Pathetic. Pathetic. Phone home to yourself right now. I'm just so disappointed. John Glenn. No, I don't. I mean, I haven't seen the John Glenn ones. Again. So far, Trump has flown the most of anybody that we've seen that we recognize, other than the standard group that was with him. And then Dershowitz was the second most common name that I have seen in our scrolling through this. And then we saw Larry Summers, and we saw, this is redacted as well, whoever was, this group is a bit concerning because they were flying with this person, and yeah. Larry Morrison, there's these initials are going to be a thing. Virginia Roberts. Larry Morrison. Was it a point where he just got connected and it really kicked off at some point, like, because this is 2001. So 2001, and the first, I guess 2002 is supposedly the first one according to Mark. So let's see. Text, this kind of stuff. Paul Epstein, no passengers. Sarah Kellen, no passengers. Sheridan, two females. May Sheridan. Bella Wayne's funeral. That's where they were going. The thing, SK, Eduardo, and one female. Fucking hell. She's the two. Yeah. Let's see if this is, where are we? It's November. Oh, yeah. That year. Okay, 2001. Fleur, two female passengers, one female passenger, one female passenger, one female. Fuck. Jessica, Cindy Lopez, Joanne. Okay, big crowd of people. Cindy Lopez, and Tuttle, one male. What? Who are the one males? This is one of those things where Trump got. Why? Oh, there we go. Bill Clinton, 4 Secret Service, 2 males, 1 female. TGGM SKAP. So, is Jeffrey on that one? Or is that a shitty JE right there? Might be the same guy's shit writing. Might be TE right there, but that's Ghislaine. SK, I don't see who SK is or AP, but he had 4 Secret Service, 2 males and 1 female, accompanying them. Empty plane, One Direction, and that was going to, where was this? Where's HPN? From Miami to, yeah, Westchester? Is that where HPN, is that New York? Is it upstate New York one? Yeah, 4 Secret Service with him traveling with him because he was the former president at that point, so he's got a detail. 2 females, Richard Cook, Glenn Dublin. This gets stacked, man. Once he had Clinton flying on his plane, and it looks like everybody wanted to ride. Larry Morrison, Leonard, okay, they had a drop stop, steep turns. Again, another one. Yeah, somebody learning. Cindy, 2 females. Bill Clinton, Doug Banos, 3 Secret Service. Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and SK, whoever that is. This is a flight to and from. So JFK to EGGW and EGGW to JFK. Yeah. Do we know where EGGW is? Find that one out. Yeah, Naomi Campbell. It's been known that she flew on it. Yeah, and 1 male. Mm-hmm. Is that Montana? Is Luton? Oh, is Luton Airport in England? Okay, so everybody were grabbing a private flight to England. Okay. Pre-flight, J.E. Maxwell, Shelley Lewis, flew back. I guess they got their own flight back. No? Is that to and from? EG. Oh, no, they went, yeah. They're to JFK. Okay, so they caught a flight from Palm Beach to JFK and JFK to London, and then London to JFK. So Clinton was on the flight over and back with his Doug Bands and the Secret Service. There were 3 on the way there and 10 on the way back. That was a fucking full plane. This is the 2 females and the show. Okay, pre-flights and all that kind of shit again. And then these 3 are always there. Is SK? We gotta need to find out how SK was. Yeah. Prince Andrew Luton? Well, it might have been why he was there, yeah. Same as above. Okay. President Bill Clinton for okay, do bands. This is that Virgin Islands? Is that what that is? From RJTA to VAHHH? Yeah? To 2 years, and this was the 22nd and the 23rd. And then they're going everywhere, like back and forth, back. So basically, he was just giving him flights, dink, 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 4 places in a row, like part of the tour. 22nd, 23rd, 25th, and then back on the 25th, same day. This is in 2002. And then it was just him the rest of the month, right? Again, Clinton always had Secret Service with him. I don't know where they're going. We'll have to see where those places are. But if he went there, fuck him. I don't care. Like, you know, I don't have any heroes that are that shallow where I have to, yeah. SGSC is Shenzhen. They didn't go to Shenzhen, did they? They flew to China all the way over and back? Yikes. All right, well, that's a long flight. That's a biggie. That's a small plane for that long a fucking flight. VHHH is Hong Kong. Okay, so they took a flight to China then. That's really curious. And again, it's expensive and it beats the shit out, I guess, about flying. There's your China money. Right, exactly. Yep, we've seen multiple Donald Trumps. We've seen a couple of Bill Clintons, and we've seen a couple of multiple Bill Clintons and multiple Alan Dershowitzes. We've seen one Larry Summers and one Naomi Campbell. Usually it's the same people. There you go. There's the Paz back there. That's on one day, down and back, with Clinton and his Secret Service. He had 8 with him on that one. I mean, I have I don't know. I mean, I know Secret Service guys will take a bullet for you when you are president, but a lot of them won't cover if you did something really fucked up. Oh, there you go. President Bill Clinton, Kevin Spacey, Chris Tucker, and yeah, La Paz to DGAA. And then that's JFK to La Paz to DGAA, DGAA to DNAA, right? Doug Band, Aaron Owens, right there, Casey and Laney Wasserman, Ron Burkle, Jimmy Kenning, same as above, less Ron Burkle, same as above, plus Ira Avaganzer, same as above. So they're basically like flying from different places all around Asia. Was that the idea in here? And then, yeah, same as above. CL Naomi Campbell's back again. Andre Nick, one female. Mark Poitier, GM. Andrea Metrovich. Steep turns and stalls. There's somebody running again on these things. Andy G. Charles Miller. Kelly McCarthy. Yeah, a lot of these. Stephanie Burns. Jean-Luc Brunel. There you go. And we're still in, what year are we in? We're still in 2002, or are we in 2000? Yeah, this is still 2002. This is all in 2002. Yeah, because so yeah, Michael Leverman, Gary Birch, Gary Reber, Michael Lemon, Miguel. Yeah, I don't know who SK is. I'm sure somebody will say. Not many athletes yet. I don't know that there were that many. Were there? Anybody know what the Little St. James Island airport code was? Because that's the key, I think, more than anything else. TIST? Thank you. TIST? Okay. So there we go. Cindy Lopez, Maga Blackburn, Bren's Kindle. There you go. TIST right there. TIST right there. TIST Larry Vessery or something like that. It's hard to read. Tila Davies, Tatiana Gabriel. There's a lot of names. People names here you go. TIST. There we go. BT. There's a lot of letters when they do this. Just do it through here. So Hamlin. Okay. Catherine Durgan, Gary Roxburgh. They're going TIST. Long Beach. Dave Savage, instructor to Miami. He's probably, I don't know if that's a flight instructor, but whatever. TIST, there you go. Epstein, BJ, SK, and yeah, another redact. It's a brief. Yeah. Let's see. Doug Bandy. There's a lot of this. Okay, there's Bill Clinton, HHH. There's a lot of like them getting flights to Africa and flights to China. So he's like offering these up and going with him on these flights to Africa and China. JE and SK going to TIST, just coming back from that, bringing these folks back. Tom Payette and Chris Camares or whatever, Camaras. It's hard to read some of these. JSTD, Gary Rashburn. There you go. Kimberly Burns. There you go. SK. He's going back and forth. This is that. Look at this year going back and forth to that place a bunch of times. It's almost entirely. Yep. Still 0 Joe Biden's. That's for goddamn sure. And then here we get to the other one. PJ JFK. They've redacted. I'm guessing. Look, Alan Dershowitz got his own flight. Just gotta. That's what you do. Just let the guy use your whole fucking plane by himself. I'm sure he was alone. Larry Instructor, Holland Larry Instructor, Ray Bartlett. Yeah, so they're going in circles there. JFK to PBJ. Somebody's getting knocked out there. That's probably the people who went up there. Larry Summers again. Yeah, I gotta say, we should put a. If we haven't put a pin in Larry Summers, we fucking ought to start. Right? Let's see. Da-da-da. Yeah. And Rogers, Patsy Rogers, Ethan, Ralph Pascal. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I don't expect to see Biden's name in there because there never was anything. Are those SCOTUS are marked out? I don't know. No, the marked out names will more than likely be underaged Jane Does. There are a couple of people who are adults who are on the flights who have won a temporary stay till January 22nd before their name is released. Larry Summers is an economic advisor, I think, to the Obama administration, right? Yeah. Oh, Sarah Kellen was the massage scheduler. Gotcha. TYT New York to Britain, March 2002. Looks like Clinton flight was 2002. HBN is West China. So yeah, he was basically throwing overseas flights Clinton's way. From what I could see. Steep turns. There we go. GM. There we go. Rick Monar instructor rides. There's Jeffrey, the Sarah Kellen, the girl who scheduled his massages. AM. We don't know who that is. Tatiana, no last name. Adorable. Hal Lexo instructor. Miami to Miami. Just flew around in a circle. The only time my name shows up is showing somebody how to take off and land the goddamn thing. Lexo. What kind of fucking last name is Lexo? Are you a supervillain? Jesus. There we go. George gone. Tatiana again. Andrea Mitrovich. Christina Weichman. There's another group of people here. Alan Dershowitz got his own little return flight. You got Bedminster. Is that what that is? Is BED? Wouldn't that be funny? And this is the end of it. This is the last page. 118. Larry and Lisa Summers. One of the last flights. Well into this shit, by the way. Let's see. When's the last? That's the 2005, or the last list of it, because he was arrested afterwards, so it doesn't, like a year later, right? Yeah, this is the Epstein list. Look at this. Here's Little St. James Island down there and back. I don't know if Larry and Lisa Summers went down there, and he flew back without them. I don't know where else they went after. Oh, that's 2006. There we go. So they flew down on that flight and then what, just stayed forever? December 21st. So that maybe they flew down and stayed through the new year and then didn't leave until afterwards. Yeah. Yikes. Larry Summers Island, right. Alan Dershowitz flying with him till the very fucking end. Look at that, just hanging out. There's Tatiana before and after. And Dershowitz had no idea. No idea. None whatsoever. How could he be expected to know such a thing? I mean, for Christ's sake. Was 45 on there? Yeah, Trump, we saw Trump several times. Mostly early in it. And there's also a lot of one passenger. There was a story that Trump had stopped wanting his name on the flight logs and had insisted that he be. Maybe that's what the one male thing is when he's listed on there. But he's on there like a good 6 times, and then Clinton is on there, but he's on these like Africa and China flights where he's got a ton of Secret Service with him. I didn't see any Bill Gates on there either. That doesn't, we kind of breezed through it, so I may have missed some. But yeah, I didn't see him in there. And it would be Bill and Melinda, right? The two of them together. A lot of times the writing's like this too. It's really hard. But there's Jean-Luc Brunel again, to and fro. Yeah. So that's the list. And I didn't see Prince Andrew in there, but I don't know if he's how he's listed. So he might be a something or the one male. You know what I mean? That's the thing, is that sometimes these guys listed that they want it to be, that they were one, the one male, the +1 on this fucking list. But there you go. I might have skipped past it because, again, we were zipping through it. And we'll look through it further. But there we go, kids. We dived into this awfulness. And you went right with me. Thanks so much. Now I've got to go vomit. I got to say that the most disturbing thing on there, besides the fact that, Trump hung with this dude for a long time, and there is no Joe Biden on there, and there never will be. Never was. Not once. Yeah, not ever. And, there you go. Could they take their own planes there? Absolutely. Trump could have taken his own plane there. We need to see the flight logs from the Trump plane. Or that he was smart enough to charter one because he didn't want to be on that one. That's the other trick. Right? Anyways, I'm sure more noise will come out about this. We'll keep an eye on it. And Trump was indeed on the flight logs many, many times. Again, no Joe Biden on there at all. No Hunter, no James Biden, no Shemp Biden, no, yeah. But they'll back him. Oh, thank you, Boston Brian. No, thank you. Thank you. It's a partial list, yeah, because they're going to eke it out. But that's 96 to 2005. That's pretty long time. The only thing partial, I think, in this is the number of redactions that were in it. And I do think the most disgusting part of it is every time we saw one female, because I'm going to go with underage and fuck that guy and yikes. And Trump partied with that dude for 2 decades. Whew. Yeah. Yeah, not even Harpo Biden was on there. Anyways, much love. See you later. Take care. I gotta go. We're taking the family and going to a hockey game tonight. So, yeah, I'm gonna go try to clear my head of all this garbage. Yes, this or that Biden were not on there either. Anyways, yeah, Liberal Dan will be on in 20 minutes. Go hang out with him, and I'm sure he'll cover even more of it if he has the stomach for it, which he certainly does. And again, one thing you don't have to worry about is Dark Brandon being on that fucking plane. So much love. See you later. Take care of yourself. Like the stream and see you later and all that stuff. And I'm going.